It's a long movie, but I will say it's good. But I won't be watching it again. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about Killers of the Flower Moon. It's directed by Martin Scorsese, stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro, Lily Gladstone, and Jesse Plemons shows up towards the end. Let's talk about the three main characters. Leo plays Ernest, De Niro plays William King Hale, and Lily plays Molly. The Osage Native Americans discover oil, they are rich, and for some reason, white people show up as guardians to manage their money. We learn early on that King is in charge of a lot of things. He's the person that's shaking hands with all the Native Americans. He speaks the language. He's building stuff around town and everything. He's supposed to be this nice, wholesome guy. Ernest is his nephew. He comes in fresh out the war, needs a job. He becomes like a cabbie, and that's where he discovers Molly, and he starts driving her around. King finds out about this, and he's like, "Yeah, you should marry Molly. Yeah, she's a nice girl, and she has money." And at first, Ernest seems confused a little bit by this notion. They get married, and that's when we start seeing all the shady stuff come in. We hear about different Native Americans that's been murdered, and we see a quick montage of people getting shot and killed. And then we learn that Molly and her family, they have a lot of land, they have a lot of money, and she has these sisters and her mom, and they are essentially targeted. They One sister dies from poisoning, and then that husband marries another sister, and then we start seeing Ernest and his uncle coming up with plans to get rid of them. They start getting rid of other people. The Molly is trying to figure out what's happening with her, with her family. The Native Americans are trying to bring in private investigators and stuff like that, and you just see De Niro's character. He's very slimy. You start seeing him just talk to people. Okay, we got to get that guy removed. We got to get this person removed. And they're like taking out people that are supposed to be helping with this investigation and eliminating Molly's family essentially. And her mom was never for Molly marrying Ernest or any of her daughters marrying a white person. And she said it. She was sick when we met her, but she would just say little things like, it's not going to end well. And we see it, and that's one of the reasons why I won't watch this movie again. Like, I know it's very long. I've seen Oppenheimer in the theater twice. It's not the length of the movie, but it's just the tragedy, watching Molly watch her family be targeted and murdered and eliminated in front of her, and it's done by her husband and his uncle. And he's constantly lying about stuff of his wrongdoing, and it's just a really tough watch, and it's something that I didn't know about going into the movie. I didn't know anything about the movie. I didn't know what the movie was about at all. I just seen who was in the movie, and Scorsese directed it, and I was like, I'll check it out. But it's a tough watch. It can be emotional at times watching the things that's happening to Molly and everything going around her, and just watching the sliminess of Ernest and King Hale. They are essentially recruiting people to commit these murders. They go around like, hey, how about taking out these two people? Can you do it? Oh, can you kill this person and make it look like a suicide? And they're like just recruiting people into town to do their deeds. And it's just, again, it's a good movie. It's some good performances. I want to say Lily Gladstone is phenomenal as Molly. She's just great all around. Every time she's on screen, she's just putting on a Oscar-worthy performance. And I didn't mind the other performances at all. When Jesse Plemons comes in, he's not in it a lot, but it's Jesse Plemons. He's great in this role as the FBI agent that comes in after Molly goes to DC and speaks to the president like, hey, a lot of people are being murdered. We need some help. And that's when Plemons comes in, and he sees right through everything that's going on. He knows the people that's responsible, and he's just trying to get the evidence and gather them up. But it's a tough watch. Just aside from the 3 hours, the 3 hours plus that it can be a tough watch. So just keep that in mind when you go in to see the movie. But like I said, it's a good movie. It's a long movie, but it's a one-time watch for me. If you've seen Killers of the Flower Moon, or if you read the book, is the movie similar to the book? Because I know a lot of people have gripes with things. So just let me know in the comments if it's are they similar. But those are just my thoughts. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Deuces.